I think we have land reform, which is a big issue, and I also wanted to ask you guys, do you guys think black people are aware of the type of land they should be looking for?
Nah.
You know, like to say, yeah, everybody deserves land. Do people understand what the power of land is? You know, when I say I'm giving you land, because we had, I can't remember where I read this article where they give black people the land and then they give them title deeds.
Yeah.
And the same black people go and sell back that title deed. But when you start looking at land from an agricultural sphere, you understand that this is power and potential. But if we're speaking to people in, for example, in disadvantaged communities, people that can't think shit out, they can't see the potential of that. And maybe the reason is I'm giving you a very small piece of land. But if I'm giving 100 of you guys small pieces of land, collectively that's a farm. You know what I'm saying?
And just to add, we do have those land.
Yeah.
Like back home.
Yeah.
I believe we are all in the city, but you're from somewhere.
Our back home, be specific. Our back home, where's back home? Because when
Back
you say
home,
back
like
home, I might think
Limpopo, Bochum side, ones are like, we do have a piece of land.
rural areas.
Rural areas, we do have piece of land. Like, that's one thing.
But you might find out that land that we have is not agricultural land. It's
No,
not,
I was there.
But do you mean
I was there.
in terms of what, town planning? Or what, the soil is not good?
maybe the soil is not good, or maybe you can improve the soil.
Yeah.
But you can improve the soil, yeah.
But okay, will that only fall into agronomy?
But,
No, you can do whatever.
Look, each and every region has something
That
it
it
excels in.
Yeah.
Understand? Like mango,
So
your bananas.
you have to look
It's
into
a subtropical.
Yeah, you have
Understand?
to
So I
look
was
into
there,
that.
Bochum, like dog. There's land. Each and every yard there's land. Maybe half a hectare, but there's like 300 people staying there. Just imagine each individual planta. What would happen? Understand? So for me, land is an issue. Yes, I get that. But 60% of us, we do have land, especially
Back home.
Back home.
What I also think is a very big problem. It's the way that people think.
Exactly.
So what I mean by that is, we think land is an issue. Okay, that's it. It is a very big issue.
Yeah.
But how are people? How are people structured to think? People are constantly saying, you know what, we're looking for work. We have a system that we're following, a very westernized one, and I don't think it's very inclusive. This is why we have so many people.
Let's call it
unemployed.
what it is, a capitalist
A
system.
capitalistic system
It's a
that is
capitalist.
non-inclusive, and this is why people are still in poverty. But what system actually worked for us? And this is a concept by a friend. It's not even a friend, an associate I know called Penyon. He said, you know, we need to detach from the capitalistic system. People need to go back to what used to work for them.
Yeah.
For example, when we look at our great-grands, they never had money, but they
Yeah,
always had
yeah.
food to eat. They always had something going on. The community was so self-sustainable at the time without money flowing. Now we have a crisis of money, and money's still not flowing. And people are getting demonized for being unemployed, and they're expecting jerk shit from the government, and that's not going to happen anytime soon. So what I say is, for black individuals like you guys have to go the extra mile to tell people that we need to switch the narrative. It has to be a conscious thing. If we are guy, you know, in the rurals, there's a whole lot of unemployment. People aren't doing anything. But my biggest thing is value attached to the amount of money you have, or is value the contributions you can give out.
The quality of life.
The
that
quality
you
you
live.
can give. Yeah. If you can do something with yourself. I mean, the land question, that's why it's a very big one. Like, when communities say they're looking for land, first thing they should also include is we need training from government.
Yeah.
As far you guys can give us as much land as possible, but if everyone here is gonna start selling off their title deeds, that's pointless. You guys are selling it back to the same people that you took it back from. Train the people, make them understand that money is not gonna make itself here. You guys need to understand that you can be self-sustainable. What do we mean by that? Each season has different types of vegetables. If we have enough there's communities that have livestock in general, but there's power in unity and numbers. You have 10 cows, I have 20 cows, but if we start adding up all our cows and we start a feedlot like you guys, we're actually getting somewhere. But this whole individualistic, you know, frame, I think it doesn't work for anyone. And fun, maybe I'm wrong, maybe explain. For me, black people do not understand agriculture as a whole. So people have cows, but they just. I think the question is, where should they start? Like I have an uncle who has a lot of cows. I mean, over 100 cows.
Yeah.
And I mentioned you to him, and I said, hey, if you want to do business, I'd like to connect you with this guy. But that's just a privilege. He's just privileged that he knows me now, and I know you. But for everyday black people, what's the advice you'd give if you have, for example, there's a lot of people that have a lot of
Yeah,
cows.
but but see, I think you want to say something because I want to.
No, get into it.
We have, you see, again, I believe that we have a misconception, Yauri. Black people don't understand agriculture.
Yeah.
Here's the misconception, that is, black people don't understand commercial farming. Our people have been farming for decades.
Yeah.
On Frostan. We have been
Commercial
self-sustaining
farming.
for decades. If Okayama hiring, people are still planting.
People actually don't understand or agriculture is a business.
It's a business.
Yeah.
It's a business.
So they take it light. They take it like, okay, you need a home. No, need a home.
Yeah. And some people, you can't blame a person for not understanding or it's a business.
From a different
If I don't want to run it as a business, I don't want to run it as a business. I want cattle. That is for me. That is subsistence farming. Because I'm doing this for me. So subsistence farming. You know what I'm saying? Not everything needs to be converted into a business. If you want to make a business of it, understand it further. Go to college. Get people who are doing it to teach you. But if we're talking about unemployment and so on and so forth, our people know how to farm. The problem that we have is, what is this urbanization? Everyone wants to come to the city. And that is why we have poverty. It's not as if grandfather control. Plant a spinach.
Exactly.
Like they've been living like that for decades. They know how to do this. But it's just that when as the young one, you want to come to the city. And then you want a farm here in the city. And you want a farm here because everything is here. And then you can't get it here. And then you say, we want land.
We want land.
Go back home.
Yeah, because for Najo, this is going to be an issue we're going to have for a very, very long time. But I also appreciate what the government also does sometimes, where they're actually giving out land to people that are well equipped to manage that land.
Well equipped.
In a sense, we're not just going to give
Training wise,
we're gonna
education
train you.
and experience.
And part of the reason I really raise this issue is because the poverty thing is not light work. But poverty, to get to a point where you say you don't have food on your table, but you have hands and you have a backyard.
That is insanity.
That is insanity.
that is you starving yourself.
Insanity. And it just shows there's just this narrative that we're following, which is let's just follow money. But that's why now I think you distinguish between people that do have resources. But look, I have cattle, but look, I just need something that's sustainable. I'm not really trying to get into business. For me, that's thinking.